For nearly 34 years, Basic Software has been providing dealerships like yours with a dealership management system that is dealership-focused, success-driven, and competitively priced. Learn more at www.basic-software.com.
So our structure, and I guess I don't know if you know the difference between the store-driven versus functionally driven. So we'll just take our parts and our service between all of our locations. Function-driven means that these guys work as a team across all locations. Sales department does the same way. So we communicate as a team, not just a location. So we have a service manager, parts manager, corporate-wise, sales manager, corporate-wise, that communicates across all the stores. And we come up with a game plan, kind of by location though, that fits with our geography, our customers, and put a plan together.
We have a diverse mix of stores. So we have, some stores that are heavy, large agricultural business, but they also have some compact utility and gator and lawn and garden business, as well as others that are heavier in the lifestyle side of the business. So every store has a different size market to approach and to go after. So a lot of the goals that we set are based on that location's potential. And probably in the last 24 months we've done a much better job of breaking those down, getting those goals out earlier. And people enjoy having something to chase and something to shoot for and know what success looks like. So I don't know if you want to dive any deeper into that.
We looked at the industry potential on each of our product lines, especially in the compact utility area where we get graded on market share performance. So we looked at the industry potential in each of our counties, and we actually set some goals by county, by location, to hit throughout the year by quarters. So.
And we even drove those as far down to certain model numbers, and then that feeds our stocking criteria on what we're going to stock when, and if we're going to ask the salespeople to go hit those goals, we obviously have to have the right product at the right time to be able to deliver on that. And that's very crucial in the lifestyle and turf side of the business, because most of those customers, it's more like purchasing an automobile. Our agricultural customers will order something and wait 3 to 9 months to get it. Most of our lifestyle customers, when they make a decision they want to buy a small tractor or a zero-turn lawnmower or whatever, they want to take it home that day or have it delivered, within 12 to 24 hours.
I think as a A&M Green Power, we've made the investment to have the inventory, and it costs money. You pay some interest, but we were willing to do that, to have the product on the ground at the right time.
I might start at a very high level. One of the things we do is budgeting, and we usually do that in the fall. It seems like each year we try to do that earlier in the year, because in this business anymore, you have to plan further and further ahead in order to have the right product or have the right service capabilities to meet the customer needs. So from a parts, service, and sales standpoint, we start by doing budgeting in that September, October time frame, looking forward to the next fiscal year, starting in January. And one of the things we do is we do not drive that from the top down. We usually have some idea of where we think the year could be from the upper level management, but we usually start by taking our location sales managers and aftermarket managers and involving some of our sales force and work that from the bottom up and have them bring numbers in when we gather everything, and then we roll them all up and do a litmus test to see does that kind of fit with what the overall expectations were. And then I might let you talk a little bit then how we break that down from a macro standpoint down into smaller smaller increments then to take it back to, you know, the people that are on the front line.
Our goals are set to meet our budget, so having the inventory and then communicating to the rest of the aftermarket and sales teams that what our goals are and how we're going to achieve them through inventory, through marketing, service promotions. So basically, we use an all-team approach and one A&M approach. After we set our goals, we set our marketing and our budgets, our marketing plan, our budget. We set our marketing plan and our budgets early in the fall before, and we get our sales managers and the people that are involved together and lay out the expectations and let them take that back to their location to set their own goals and how they're going to achieve it. And then they communicate that back to us, and we provide the backing to achieve those goals.
So some examples there is in order to, let's say we want to move into a new market or we want to expand a certain line. Some of then what gets spread throughout the organization is making sure we have the marketing and the advertising capabilities to match with those sales goals. And even from the service standpoint, if we want to move into another neighborhood with both sales, service, and parts, we might work across multiple departments to communicate that and make sure that everybody has a focus and knows that we have an ambition to move into another geography or a different product line that we haven't done a lot with in the past. And some locations break that down on an individual basis. So if we want to sell 200 zero-turn mowers and then we break it down by store, in some cases they will drive that down to an individual salesman's perspective on how many zero-turn mowers that salesman would be responsible for selling and set some goals and some rewards for reaching those. So we definitely do it every quarter because we break those goals out by quarter. So some years spring comes earlier than others, and it's a little easier to look at it, at a 3-month time frame. And then we also know that way if we're falling behind, because in this industry anymore, market share does impact your profitability. So if we go through the first quarter and we're behind, we know we have to make up some ground in the second quarter. So we definitely look at it on a quarterly basis, but Eric tracks the sales and inventory on a weekly and monthly basis, especially during the hot selling seasons, to make sure that we have to either flex up or when the weather gets dry, maybe we shift back and slow down and start cleaning up some inventory. So that's almost a daily activity, just depending on what the market's like.
Yeah, it takes a lot of planning because there's a lot of early order programs that go along with this market, and you're planning 6 months out to have the inventory because there's some lag time in getting some inventory that you might need. So you're planning, you're doing a lot of stuff I do daily, because if I need compact utility tractors now, I can't have them next week. I got to plan now to have them in 3 months. So